So it's a mess. It's a snowy mess outside. I haven't left the house. I mean, I briefly left it, I guess, yesterday. We went out to get some lunch, but I've been home. I've been home for 3 days sick, fighting a horrible cold. Still fighting a horrible cold, but feeling a little better and heading back to work today. But this, Gaiman and Noose, I would have liked to have worked on it, you know, covered in blankets, sipping tea, this dramatic idea of banging out with a pen on a notebook the plots and ideas of this, this series of short films about, well, that's it. What is it about? I have these two characters with their own lives. I'm going to work on their backstories, but ultimately, why tell the story that we're going to tell? What is there with them meeting or interacting? You know, Noose is an older character. She's a bitter character. She's in an unhappy marriage. They've been together for a while, and she's just unhappy with it because it's stalled. It's commonplace. It doesn't feed into her need for drama, and because her husband is optimistic, he's hopeful, he's good for her in a way that she's not used to. So she struggles with that. She struggles with someone who sees a future together, because that's actually something she's never seen. She's depressed. She thinks things just maintain a rolling rock of depletion, like that ball just crushing everything. Not the rolling ball in Raiders of the Lost Ark, but the slow roll that is constantly right in front of you, trashing whatever you were about to get to, crushing it slowly in front of you so you can hear every crack and see every piece of shrapnel. So that's her. Gaiman is a much younger character. Maybe he's 20. I'm not sure. I got to pinpoint that age, but he's a hapless romantic, hopeless romantic. I don't know which phrase it is, but he thinks he's in love constantly because the concept of love is exciting. So he will address anyone he speaks to and connects with as being his soulmate. And he's bold about it. He's kind of brave about it. He's brave about asking people out or sharing this emotional feeling that may or may not be true. He is also obsessed with finality. He has a bit of an apocalyptic obsession. He thinks that the end of the world is coming. He thinks he knows, or from what he's read, there's the possibility of he knows. Maybe it's just fun to know. Maybe it's just fun to think that things are awful, is his mindset. Whereas Noose thinks things are awful. Maybe Gaiman just enjoys trying to maintain that sort of pessimistic, no hope for a future. But he addresses or wants to hop into a relationship with anybody and feels he falls in love with everybody because he needs to if things were to change. Deep down inside, there's a fear that not that the end will happen, but if it happened, would he die alone? And I don't even know if it's alone, but without knowing what it is to be with someone, because he's not really connecting. I don't know if he knows this, but he's not connecting with the people he claims to be in love with. He's not. It's not real. It's movie love. It's book love. It's romantic comedy love, and that's what he's obsessed with. Lyrical songs, and that's maybe necessary. So as their friendship, as friends, as they encounter each other, something in that clash of I think Gaiman thinks Noose's obsession with the end is alluring, even though it's actually suicidal. And I think Noose sees and wants to call Gaiman out as being young, phony, and having never been in love, because she feels like she's been in love and it didn't work. And that's where she is now with this marriage. So there's something in that, because I'm going to be getting them both together at a point where these things are popping and on fire. Now I just got to figure out why still that particular time in their life. I do not want to go outside today.